Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot, and in today's reading we are going to look at what you should be paying attention to right now. We have we have 3 piles here, and we have 3 crystals already laid out. And remember, the question is, what do you need to be paying attention to right now? So this first crystal is green aventurine. And this is accompanied by the After Tarot. This is the After Tarot deck. This second pile is, the crystal is amethyst. And this deck is the Phantasma Tarot. Pile number 3, this crystal is obsidian. It's beautiful. I'm hoping it's gonna come out well. So beautiful. All 3 are beautiful, of course. And this is the charming Halloween deck. Halloween tarot deck. So take as much time as you need to pick your pile, and if you want to watch more than one, of course, that's always great. So just take as much time as you need, and I'll leave the timestamps below. Hi, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You've chosen this beautiful green aventurine. Oh, wow. What a significant thing to happen with pay attention. The topic is pay attention, and look what we just had happen. It popped out. So this is the crystal that you picked, and this is the 4 of Cups. What do you need to know right now? We'll put it here the way it was. All right, so I am going to be taking an oracle card here, and we're asking the deck, what does pile, I feel like this one and maybe one more, what does pile number 1 need to pay attention to right now? Right here. Wow, this is the Spirit card, which I like to show the bottom card of the deck all the time. This is Round and Round. I'm wondering if you have been, I'm going to show you that a little bit more here. We'll put this aside. But maybe you've been feeling like you've been going round and round with some issue. And maybe you need to pay attention to a new aspect of this issue. So the first card, oracle card, is this interesting one, Higher Power. Look at this light coming out of the third eye of this figure. And then this other face down below. There's it looks like a keyhole. Looks like a keyhole in this figure's forehead, right at the third eye. How interesting. And it doesn't, looks like, okay, Poised. This card has come out a lot lately. Poised for action. Looks like there's something that's going to happen that well, we'll see, but it looks like maybe there's some energy that's been stagnant and it's soon going to be changing, but let's see what else. So we are asking for pile number 1, what does pile number 1 need to pay attention to right now? What does pile number 1 need to pay attention to right now? And this is our second, this is our second spirit card. This is the Magician. I'm going to let you see that. The Magician is the manifester. So I wonder what the cards will tell us. The Emperor. The Emperor. So I'm just trying to decide how to arrange the cards here. Just a second. I'm going to start putting them right here. So this is our first card. Death card. Looks like something's happening. Looks like some cycle is coming to a close. For you, pile number 1. The 8 of Swords. Remember, this is the after tarot, so this is what this tarot deck artist envisioned happens moments after the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. And look, he is cutting her bonds. Actually, I feel like this card belongs up here. Okay, you can see that, right? The 9 of Swords. Good thing they had the swords handy. The 2 of Cups. Judgment card. This is a penultimate card in the deck. The World card. The 6 of Pentacles. Now let me see, after I'm done touching the cards, let me see what we have here. Well, the reason I picked this, let me just tell you, actually, the reason I picked this 4 of Cups. I mean, there's a bunch of different, obviously there's so many cards in the tarot deck that could mean pay attention, but this is paying attention to something right in front of you that you might not be paying attention to, that you might not be appreciating. Something could be something good or something unfavorable. So let's see. So that's why I picked this, to signify what we should pay attention to. Now let's see these higher power, round and round and poised. So the higher power and poised, let's see what we have here. both, oops, oh my gosh. I don't know what is going on here today, but do you see how jumpy the cards are? I wanted to show you both figures are winged. Both figures are winged, and both, even though both are winged, they're not in full flight. And this one is poised for action, of course. This one is maybe static in movement, but is really actively, how should I say it, contacting, communicating with the higher power. Whatever that might mean for you. Could mean your own subconscious. So that's interesting. We have, for our two spirit cards, we have Round and Round and the Magician. Round and Round obviously seems like very stuck energy, to tell you the truth. Round and round. Stuck in a cycle. The Magician is let's get things done energy. Although what's interesting is they do have this infinity symbol above their head. So in effect you could you could say that infinity is just energy going around and around. At some point it's got to recycle, right? But nevertheless, the Magician is get things done energy. The Magician is manifest energy. Round and Round is stuck energy. So those are very interesting interplays. Let us see. This is really interesting. These two cards are very interesting together. We have Death, which came up first, and then the Eight of Swords. So there is definitely some stuck energy. And let me read, I know that Death came up first, but let's read these two together. This is so clear. Stuck energy being dissipated. And they are separated by, amongst other cards, Death. So I'm seeing this Death card as extremely positive for you. Whatever, I'm getting a very strong feeling, pile number one, that whatever this is some stuck energy for you. Something in your life is making you feel stuck, and you might not even be really aware of it. It might be like kind of in your, how can I say this? In your, like you're concentrating on all this other stuff and you're not concentrating on this one thing that's making you feel stuck, but it's not so, you know, bad or worrisome that you're putting a lot of energy or effort into it. But it's obviously still affecting you. Look at these strong cards. Look at these strong cards. So some of you might not be aware of it because you have other things going on. But some of you might not be giving it any attention because maybe you've given up. Maybe you have, like, say it's something that you're manifesting and you've been manifesting it for a while and you've just trying as hard as you can to do this particular thing, to get this particular accomplishment, to get this particular relationship, whatever it is. And maybe some of you, definitely I feel like some of you, pile number one, are at the point or past the point where you've just said, that's enough, I'm just not going to to do this anymore. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm not going to manifest this anymore. This is just done. Well, the cards are telling you a very strong story here. You have felt like you're going round and round, but you're poised to be the magician. And look at this Emperor card, which is so interesting, but the Death card and then the 8 of Swords, so strong. Death to the old, and you are becoming unstuck. The 8 of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is static. It would be the mirror of this round and round. It would be just her standing. The Rider-Waite-Smith is her standing surrounded by these swords and bound, and her feet, even in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, are not bound, so she could have at any time just walked away, but she didn't. But here is help, and this help is cutting away these bonds, and maybe in the next second taking off that blindfold, and she is going to really be able to walk away. And so this is really telling me, hey, pile number 1, whatever this is, either something that you haven't been paying attention to because you have other things, or maybe you haven't been paying attention to it because you've just had I give up energy around it. This is all becoming unstuck. And look at this. The 9 of Swords. I could just look at this card all day. Look at how interesting it is. But look, he was sleeping. Now this monster is coming down, but he's able to put these 9 swords to use to battle this monster, to slay the monster. Slay the monster. That's what's happening. You are becoming unbound at just the right moment to slay your monster. Is this your negative thoughts? Is this your negative outlook on this one thing? Is this your defeated attitude around this one thing? You are connected now to your higher power, your subconscious. The third eye is looking in to your subconscious with the key to what you need to do to break out. We have the Lover's card. I know it's not the Lover's card, but this 2 of Cups is more of a Lover's card than the actually named Lover's card. It is the card signifying love and togetherness. So for many of you, I feel like this really has been a relationship that you're manifesting. If not a romantic relationship, some other kind of relationship. And these, so actually, all of these 4 cards, but I'm going to read these 2 cards, but then after that together, but then after that all 4 of these cards together. So Judgment in the World, as I said, the penultimate and ultimate card of the deck. 2 cards that mean everything is turning out so in your favor that we don't even need to say much more than that. This is judgment, and everything is turning out wonderfully. Even the skeletons are so happy. Even the skeletons are so happy. And then the World card is the ultimate, like you have the world, you're getting the world. And look, it just has the pentacles, the swords, the cups, and the wands. Everything's all turning out wonderfully. All 4 stories are ended from the tarot deck, and everything is just blissful. And so reading them all 4 together, it's your outcome of your relationship or relationships, your love relationships, your other relationships, wonderful outcome of your abundance, any abundance manifestations that you have been working on, because this card is, this person is not only very abundant, they're so abundant that they're able to give to others freely and happily. So what do you have in your mind? This is a question I'm asking you. What do you have in your mind that you haven't been paying attention to because you've given up? Or what have you been just letting go and not even thinking about? And you should be paying attention to, because whatever this is, it looks like just a little bit of more effort is going to give you all 4 of these cards. I mean, look at how quickly we progress from ending to bonds being freed, poised for action, bonds being freed, tapping into your higher power, slaying your dragons, and the end is blissful. This is a very powerful reading. It's so inspiring. It's so inspiring and so just, it's so clear. There's something that you are going to be manifesting completely successfully, that you should be paying attention to, or you should be paying attention to again. Like putting it back on your radar. Something you might have even given up in despair over because you didn't think it was possible is coming to you. So what is this, pile number 1? If you want to let me know, I would love to know what is going on in your life that is going to be so successful here so quickly. Please let me know. If you liked this reading, I would love it if you give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, if you like my reading, subscribe so that you don't miss others. I am extremely grateful for any subscriptions and likes, and I would love to see you again, and I hope you have a great day, pile number 1. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen this beautiful amethyst. So pretty. And the Phantasma Tarot with this 4 of Cups. And we will put this here. And this is the deck we'll be using, but we're going to put this aside for a moment, and I will pull out an oracle card. actually, yeah, this one. A piece. Wow, what a beautiful card to get first. And put this here, and I always like to take, oh my gosh, what a coincidence. This also came out in the, this card also came out for pile number 1. So maybe if you had any call to look at pile number 1, that might speak to you as well. Poised. So this is your spirit card for this deck. And let's shuffle. What does pile number 2, what does pile number 2 need to pay attention to right now? What does pile number 2 need to pay attention to right now? And this one. What does pile number 2 need to pay attention to right now? One more card. And then, oh my gosh, this one was upside down too. Look at this charming card. Oh my gosh, what a cutie. 9 of Wands is your spirit card for this deck. This 9 of Wands is working it. Okay, so, oh, we have the 7 of Pentacles. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. The Devil card, this card also from a different deck came out with pile number 1. Two of Wands. This one, oh my gosh, and it's going to go right under poised. Poised to act. Strength card. I think I'm seeing what's going on here. Page of Cups. That makes sense. I'm going to take one more card to give us a full read. Oh, the 8 of Pentacles. So let me see what's happening here. Pile number 1. Sorry, pile number 2. So, all right, well, yeah, first of all, it's so serendipitous that these two came out right in line with each other because they are completely the same energy. It's poised for flight, poised for action, poised to take action. This is, you know what I am getting right now? I am getting that there is something that you have been working on for a long time, that you have been working on for a long time, and that you are maybe you've been starting to slack off, let's say. Slack off to not work as hard as you used to. Maybe this is your total dream, your dream, your life's goal, this thing, whether it's to write an opera or learn how to fly a plane, or whatever this goal is. It's your heart's dream, right? It's the thing that would make you feel like you'd attained this card, because that would be like your goal. This is your goal. This is your beautiful spherical goal, maybe egg-shaped ovoid goal that you have wanted for your entire life. You know, not literally, but figuratively. And you have been working at it diligently, but I think maybe things have fallen by the wayside. And things have fallen by the wayside so much that you might have felt a little like you were giving up. Because this card, there's just a poverty mindset because there is wealth and there is joy and warmth, but it's being bypassed. So it looks like things have changed for you in some way recently. Or, well, I mean, I shouldn't say recently. I should say that, yeah, I'm not getting recently for you know, as definitely, but I think that this dream you've had, you worked so hard at it. Maybe you have like one semester to go to get your degree, and you know, or you have to do some paperwork, you know, some really tiresome paperwork to get something that you really need and you really want, and you really did most of the work, but then you gave up because somebody was being, you know, was being too slow, and you just kind of gave up. Just, you know, I'm just trying to give you some examples, because these three cards, oh, how am I going to be able to carry them all up here? Yes, these three cards together tell a story. The Nine of Wands is, well, the Seven of Pentacles, we'll do the Seven of Pentacles, is just diligent work, okay? This is what you have done for this goal, diligent work. And then the Nine of Wands is being extremely tired and just knowing that you have only a little bit left to go, or maybe not knowing, but at some, you know, in reality, there's only a little bit left to go, but the Nine of Wands is saying that, you know, you're just exhausted, and I feel like you've already gone past that point and just given up, just said, oh yes, well, my wish is still there. I wish I could still have this thing. I know that my goal is still my goal, but I've just given up. And I can see it over there. You know, say it's a city, and you know it's right over this next rise, but you can't muster the energy to go up that final hill. And since this Nine of Wands and this Poised card, these are your two spirit cards. These are cards that are really talking to you. This is saying you only have a little bit left to go, and you're poised for victory. You're poised for victory if you can just go over that final hill. get over it, just like go over that final hill, and you have victory. You are living in victory and peace, because this Eight of Pentacles, I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is diligent work, diligent work, diligent work. I feel like you got sidetracked. But then Eight of Pentacles is saying your diligent work has paid off. So taking these two cards here, the Devil and Strength, it's saying say goodbye. This is such an interesting Death card. I'm sorry, I said Death, but it's the Devil card, not the Death card, the Devil card. The Devil card is, this Devil card in particular, all Devil cards are interesting, but this Devil card in particular is very interesting. So the Devil card is telling us that there's something that is trying to tempt somebody. There's something that's trying to tempt and seduce somebody, and something or somebody has been seducing you away from the path that you know you want to take. And this bird in this cage, you see the devil is carrying this bird in this cage, but the cage door is open. So just like the Eight of Swords, this bird could fly away at any time, but maybe the bird doesn't know it because the door is open behind the bird, or the bird likes to stay in the cage and wants to stay in the cage. So maybe you have wanted to stay in the cage, but now you're going to break free. And using this strength that you know you've always had this strength in you, because look at how much work you've already been doing. You've already been doing so much work. You've mastered whatever it is that you've needed to master. You just need to kind of do that last bit to show the world, yes, I've mastered this. And I think this Page of Cups is here to show you that you just are going to be completely and utterly you're going to be served by being completely and utterly, like, just what's the right word? You're going to just throw yourself into this, whatever this is that you put away. You are going to throw with abandon. That's what I was trying to think. You are going to throw yourself into this with abandon, and you are going to win. And you are going to show the world that you know what you are, and you're going to show the world, hey world, I deserve this thing, this degree, these accolades, this promotion, this whatever it is that you put away. You are poised to get it and to find your peace and your joy. Well, pile number 2, I'm really so curious as to what this is that you might have put away in the past out of being so tired, but now you're going to renew this. It's going to be, you're poised to get it done and just wallow in your greatness, in your own greatness. So if you want to tell me in the comments, that would be great. I would love that. If you like this reading, please give me a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel and come back and see me, and especially to tell me what the heck is happening with you. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for spending this time with me. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You picked this beautiful obsidian crystal, as well as this 4 of cups, ghosts' cups in this deck from the Halloween deck. So let's put this here. And this is our deck that we'll be using, but I'm going to also pull a few, or one at least, oracle. Ooh, looks like we already have it. Didn't even get to get the whole question out. I just started it and it popped right out. And this is the spirit card, but let's look at the oracle card first. Oh my gosh. This also came out for pile number 2. Peace. And I even shuffled the deck before I started this reading, and I shuffled it during the reading too, and it still came up. And then this is your spirit card for this deck, orphaned. So let's see what's going on. So let's see, what does pile number 3 need to pay attention to right now? What does pile number 3 need to pay attention to right now? One more for now. What does pile number 3 need to pay attention to right now? Well, I got 2 that I want to take. So let's see what's going on here. The 6 of swords, bats' swords. Well, let's show you this right now. This is your spirit card for this deck, 6 of swords. The 4 of Pentacles. What a cute card. This pea person, pea and cucumber and radish person, sowing seeds by the light of the moon. So that's the 4 of Pentacles. Strength card. The Strength card also came up with it from a different deck on pile number 2. So we already have 2 cards that pile number 2 had. So maybe this is a sign that if you wanted to, you could look at pile number 2. Oh my gosh, the 9 of Swords. This came up in pile number 1 in a different deck. 10 of Swords. This belongs here, I think. The Fool card. Seven of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Sun card. Lovely Sun card. Look at how happy these skulls are. And these, whatever these are, they look like what do you call them? Eggplants. Oh my gosh, how cute. And then we're gonna take one more card. The Three of Cups. What a beautiful card. Right with the Sun card. I mean, Sun card and the Three of Cups. Can't get better than those two together. So let me see here. Well, what's really catching my eye at first is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is really a choice card. And it's almost being paralyzed by choices. It's almost as if the figure is just overwhelmed by choices. And the thing is, it's not as if all of these choices are good. Some of the choices are bad, would be bad for this person. Oh, do you see? I just noticed there's a rocket ship on this one. How cute. Anyway, there's some good choices, quote unquote, and there's some bad choices. So let me look here. This is and the reason I chose the Four of Cups to symbolize what do you need to pay attention to right now is because the Four of Cups figure is just being presented with opportunities or things, something, and they just aren't interested. So it's interesting that this Four of Cups and the Seven of Cups are in the same reading because this figure's too interested in all of them. This figure's not interested enough. So how interesting that these two cards came out together. So I'm seeing, well, oh my gosh. And I'm wondering, first of all, I wanted to explore this a little bit more, but this orphaned energy, this figure is very sad. I mean, just sad. This figure is extremely sad. And there's no there's no hope, but there's also no trying. That's what I'm getting from this card today. There's no hope, but there's also just, I've given up. And this energy is similar, this I can't be bothered, to this energy. But then we have this Six of Swords, which is somebody just leaving a situation. And so if we take these two spirit cards together, it is maybe being orphaned by choice. Orphaning yourself, i.e., shutting yourself away, repelling something by choice. And maybe one of these questions is that good for you or is that not good for you? Is that choice to turn away from whatever this is that good for you or bad for you? Was it something that you were truly disinterested in, or is it something that you were so interested in that you couldn't handle the pressure and you just walked away? That is an interesting question. Did you, pile number 3, get overwhelmed by your feelings, by your insecurities about something that you just orphaned yourself and walked away from something that you, even if it's in your like even if you're not completely aware of it, or even if you've been trying to ignore it, that you regret. So this is very interesting, some very interesting reading. Well, I'm gonna wait for that. So we have this 9 of Swords, and we have this 10 of Swords right together. And I feel like this energy is coming right out of this. So I'm really seeing this strong story of orphaned is not literally an orphan necessarily. It's just walking away and orphaning yourself from something that had all your attention, and then you just became too overwhelmed and you couldn't give it any more attention, and so you orphaned yourself and by walking away. And also this card, look at the despair of this card. It's just so many fears and so many doubts overwhelming this person. I feel like this is part of this story. And then this one, 10 of Swords, this person is completely given up, completely just, that's it, I'm done. What has happened to you? This is really, I feel very sad. This looks like some real pain, and you might be the lion in the Strength card. You might be the lion hoping somebody else will help you, and not the woman helping the lion. This might be you wanting help and feeling like you didn't get it. But look at this, pile number 3. First of all, look at how beautiful this Peace card is. And then look at how joyful this Fool card is. Abandoned all caution and is now running straight to who knows where. Running straight to who knows where and loving every second of it. I feel like this is where you want to be. Pile number 3, about this topic that you have just orphaned yourself from. There is still opportunity there. Wherever this is, there were so many choices, so much there that you just couldn't handle it. And you felt all these feelings of abandonment or whatever, all of these negative feelings. But look at what is possible for you. Sowing the seeds of a new or renewed start to this, whatever this was. Was it a relationship? Was it a job? Was it a career choice that you abandoned? Was it something that was it some other, was it a romantic relationship or some other kind of relationship? Family member? Because sowing, it's the 4 of Pentacles, which is abundance, and it's also the Knight of Cups, which is emotional ties. So maybe something like a business with a family member, or maybe it was separate. I don't know. Or maybe for you it was just one or the other, but these are new beginnings. The way this is being, this is coming out for me is new beginnings and just riding forward, sowing the seeds, riding forward, whatever speaks to you. Look at these last two cards. Look at these last two cards, the Sun and the Three of Cups. Two beautiful cards that are telling you that you have, like, the sun is coming out and you are happy. You're happy, and you're not happy alone. You're happy and joyful, and you have so much love in your life. So what the cards are telling you right now is that you are called upon to start again with whatever this was that was so overwhelming to you that you walked away, because that's where you're going to find peace and sun and love. Pile number 3, this was very special and it's actually a very emotional reading. It's true despair and true happiness. Do you see how these are counteracted? I just wanted to call your attention to this. 9 of bats bats or swords. 9 of swords and 10 of swords are counteracted by the Sun and 3 of cups. You couldn't find, excuse me, I sneezed. You couldn't find a clearer, how should I say it? You couldn't find a clearer negation of this energy. It's like these two cards are saying, look, pay attention to this and you won't be able to see this past energy. Pay attention to the sun and this 3 of cups. That's the real you. Going forward, planting your seeds, riding forward, doing it, and then everything comes up. The sun shining on your newly sown seeds, everything comes up. And then look at your final card, the 3 of cups. Such a celebratory card, such a happy card. That's what's in your future. And don't forget, our oracle card is peace. So this is a very special reading, very hopeful reading out of all of this pain that was in your past. So whatever this was in your past that you walked away from, please let me know in the comments so that I can cheer you on. If you liked this reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you catch all my future readings. And I really hope you have a wonderful day. Pile number 3, thank you for spending this time with me. And I will see you next time. Bye.